we've been talking about Syracuse football during the heart of basketball season. We're in the middle of conference basketball season, and we've been talking about Syracuse football like every day, nonstop for a month and a half. It's wild stuff, and it's exciting stuff, and it's unprecedented stuff for this time of the year. So really fun times around here in regards to Cuse football. And with that, we are really happy to welcome in for the first time of the show the new defensive coordinator for the Syracuse football team. He's Elijah Robinson. Welcome to the Cuse, man. And this is exciting times here, Elijah. Are you feeling that vibe coming back to you out and about here in the Syracuse community?
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for having me. Excited to be here. Looking forward to my family moving down and just us embracing this whole community and being a part of this community.
We're sitting around here, and, obviously it's basketball season, and you know how big Cuse Hoops is here. It feels like from the moment Fran was hired, you were along shortly thereafter. All this recruiting stuff that's been going on, like the buzz around here has been wild for this time of year. But you're coming here from Texas A&M. Is this just normal in your football world right now, or is this catching you off guard at all?
No, it's not catching me off guard. Like I said, man, it's a great opportunity. I'm so excited to be back in the Northeast. Like I said, I grew up watching Cuse ball. You saw Donovan Darius, same high school. Just seeing these things. Had time to spend some time with Coach DeLeon, my time at Temple and Baylor. So just the stories and the history that comes from this place. So, like I said, I'm grateful to be a part of it. You go back to the history of Syracuse, man. There's a lot of special things happening here. So we're excited to be a part of it.
And Elijah Robinson is our guest here. It's a very similar story that Fran Bratton told, for good reason. You're both from the same place. You're both Camden, New Jersey guys. Like, how long does this go back for you two? How long have you two known each other, and how deep is this relationship?
I'm pretty sure we got some whoopings together as young kids. I'll tell you that. So like I said, our families knew each other. We played Little League ball together. Like I said, play high school ball together. Fran is older than I am. He was my starting quarterback in high school. We parted ways during college, and even when we started our careers, we was on opposite sides of opposite sidelines, and we had a chance to get back together and coach together at Temple, which was a fun time. A chance to bring that back. We had a chance to coach together at Baylor. And then, we kind of went our separate ways again. So excited to be back with Fran. I think he's a tremendous coach, great person, great father figure and husband. So he's good people to be with.
Is this something where, like, you've been watching each other for a while and then been like, hey, if one of us gets a head job, let's roll, let's get the squad together? Or did it come together, like, after Fran got the gig? Was this long in the making, or just like, all right, here we are now, let's do this thing?
Like I said, man, I think it goes beyond just our friendship and our relationship. I think it goes about I respect everything Fran does as a coach. He's one of the best out there, if not the best. So just the relationships he builds with his players, relationship he can build with anybody on the team. He's a great recruiter. He's a great teacher. I think he's a great leader of men. So to have an opportunity to coach with Fran outside of our friendship, this is a great opportunity for myself and my family to help him as he decides to come here to Syracuse.
And obviously, you get to step up to be the defensive coordinator here. That's a big deal to, calling plays on that side of the ball. Fran said out loud, like in his opening press conference, if you're still here in a few years, he's going to be annoyed at you, right? That you haven't taken the next step up. How do you view this kind of in your career journey at this point?
Like I said, man, it's about being where your feet are. And I'm here at Syracuse, and I'm just looking forward to doing a great job for these young men, for this university, for the fans, and for Francis Brown. I'm here to serve all those people. I'm not looking to go to the next thing. If you look at my background, I have not jumped around from school to schools. So I'm looking just to attack today and then attack tomorrow. And what comes from that comes from that. But the biggest thing is I got to be where my feet are. And I got to do a great job with these guys here. They want to be coached. They're looking forward to getting started. So I'm excited to get started with the defensive guys.
Yeah, well, we'll get into the guys and the football here in a second. I think the recruiting, and we know you're a great recruiter. We know Fran's a great recruiter. We know there's a lot of great recruiters on this staff, and you guys have put the evidence on the table here in the last month with these recruiting weekends and commitments and signing days and the transfer portal and all of this. What has been recruiting to Syracuse been like for you? What have you been selling? What have people been buying, and why has it been so effective for you over the last month or so?
I take the recruiting word out of it. We have good men here. Okay, and it's about building relationships. And a lot of times you have relationships built in certain parts of the country, high schools, JUCOs, whatever it may be. When you have great relationships, people are willing to listen. Okay, when you have a background of having success on and off the field, people are willing to listen. Okay, and like you said, we're trying to do something special here at Syracuse. And these young men that decided to join us, they're looking forward to doing that. And it ain't for everybody. So we were strategically, as we looked and evaluated these guys, we say who fits us, who fits this program, and who wants to do something special. And we're excited about the guys that we have.
When you talk about doing something special, Elijah, how important is, stating it out loud as you guys are? Like, nobody has shied away. Like, we heard Kyle McCord, your incoming quarterback, on a podcast a few weeks ago. Like, he's talking about, winning the conference championship. He's talking about the playoff, and he's a guy coming in from Ohio State. There's a lot of guys you brought in from the portal already that are from programs that have been in that mix. Syracuse has not been in that mix. Like, we're not used to having that conversation. What's it been like to change that narrative, I guess, right from the get-go here?
Well, it's a mindset. Like, why are you playing this game if you're not playing to win? Like, no matter where you go, I don't think anybody decide to come anywhere and say we're going to not win or we're going to lose. So the mentality and the narrative better be that our mindset is to go win and win it all. And that's the way we got to take every day, our approach every day, the way we go about, the way we go to class, community service, workouts, practice, whatever it may be. Your mindset got to be to wake up and win the day. If that's not the mindset, then what are we doing here?
Yeah, and hey, we've seen that coming out in spades so far. How happy are you guys with the success you've had recruiting so far? I mean, we're seeing more 4-stars signing their names on dotted lines than we've ever seen around here. Obviously, it looks like you've had great success in the portal. Are you pleased with what you've accomplished there? Do you think there's more meat on the bone? Like, where are we at with what you've done so far this cycle?
Yeah, we're excited about the young men that decided to join us, and we're excited about the guys that's still here, decided to not go in the portal and decided to stick this thing out with us. So our current guys on the roster and the guys that we're adding to this team, we're excited about all of them, because they decided to be Syracuse Orangemen. So the guys that we have, we're truly excited about, and we're going to continue to do the right thing as far as finding the right fits to continue to add to this team. Whatever guys we can bring into this program that's going to help us win and be successful, where they can come get a great education, have a great life after football, but also help us win championships. Those are the guys we're looking for.
And I go back to when it was announced that Fran was the guy here, and you saw, especially, some of the key players on this team already are Jersey guys, so there's ties going back. But I saw guys like Cinco Clark being like very excited about what was happening. LaQuint Allen was out there making statements, Jersey guys. Then we kind of found out, over the holidays that major veterans like Marlo Wax and Justin Barron and Aronde Gadsden are coming back next year. When those veterans bought into that, what did that tell you about what you guys are doing here?
I am. I can speak for the whole staff. We're grateful that those guys decided to buy in and be excited about what we want to accomplish here. Like I said, they're the most important people in the program. And this won't be my first time saying that, but the players are the most important people in the program. And we're here to serve them. We're here to help them be successful. We're here to pour into their lives. And like I said, man, those guys are hungry to win. Those guys are hungry to be successful. So that's half of it right there. Now we just got to go out and put the work in.
The work in many ways, at least, the players starts on Monday when your workouts get going. So I'm sure we'll be hearing some good stories coming out of that. What about the jersey thing here? There's been a lot of New Jersey going on here, Elijah. You're here, France here. I'm talking about some of those players. LeQuint, a lot of the recruiting you did is New Jersey. A lot of this portal stuff you did, there's ties back. How strong are the bonds you still have at home, and what is the connection here you're forging between New Jersey and Syracuse?
Well, you talk about, you look back at the championship games, besides this past game last week or earlier this week. You look at the teams that were in those games. It was always SEC teams, Big Ten teams. Where are they constantly coming? You get more and more Southern schools, SEC schools, Big Ten schools. They're starting to come where? Up here in the Northeast. Mm-hmm. The talent here is second to none. Okay, everybody wants to come and recruit this area. So again, if we can be within our 4-hour drive, why not consider Syracuse? Why not go to New Jersey, Pennsylvania, take care of New York? Okay, our home and our backyard. Okay, going to the DMV, we can surround those areas. Okay, and have some of the best talent right here in New York with us. So everybody else is coming and trying to invade this area. Let us not. Why we can't take care of the home for us?
And you're certainly doing it so far. So we'll see how that keeps going down the line. But it's been impressive to watch so far. Elijah Robinson, the new Orange defensive coordinator, is our guest here this Thursday. And Elijah, I want to ask you about that. We've spent the last month, the last 6 weeks, like obviously, it's the time of the year. It's the main topic. We're talking recruiting. We're talking portal. Stuff has literally been happening every day. It feels like for 6 weeks now. How about the football? You're in the big chair of a defensive coordinator. The defense is in your hands. Well, what is the Orange defense going to look like this year? What kind of defense do you want to design this year?
We want to break this thing down to two things: technique and effort. Technique and effort. At the end of the day, we got to all be on the same page. And that's communication, tackling, creating turnovers, playing fast, playing hard, playing for each other. So when you all boil it down, you boil it down to two things: technique and effort. That's what we're looking to do. And like I said, our guys are going to buy into it. We're going to make sure that it's simple, where they can play fast, be in the 4-down front, and get out there, do multiple things. But we want to be an aggressive unit. We don't want to sit back and fish. We want to hunt. That's going to be our mindset.
And, you say 4-down front, and we've seen you in the portal here of late. You've been going after some big boys in the middle. You've been aggressively going after and getting some defensive tackles here. How important has been that part of what you've done here the last week or so to accomplish that goal going forward?
Well, we have to win the line of scrimmage. In this conference, you better win the line of scrimmage. So we want to make sure with the addition of the guys that we already have here on the roster, we wanted to add some guys to that position to make sure that we can do everything we can to win the line of scrimmage.
All right. Fran said last time we heard from him that Monday, I think, if I'm remembering the dates right, Monday's first workouts for the guys. What do you want to see when that's going on? When the team's actually there, when they're actually, I know you're not really going to be running it with the strength coaches and all that, but what do you want to see from the first workouts and getting this group out there going around for the first time?
Well, I like to hear good things back. We'll be on the road recruiting, finishing out the rest of the recruiting time. So we won't actually be at the workout. And they say, I will not be there. But I'm just looking forward to the guys getting in there and getting after it. Hopefully they're excited to be back on campus and starting this new era and working with all the guys, with the new additions. And this is where they really create that culture, around this time. So I'm looking forward to hearing about how the workouts went.
All right, Elijah, it's been a blast getting you for a bit here today. It's been fun watching you guys work over the last 5-6 weeks or so. We're looking forward to the upcoming season. I'm sure we'll talk again soon, but thanks for hopping on today.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
There is Elijah Robinson, new defensive coordinator, working under Fran Brown at Syracuse. Man, like, you listen to Fran talk, you listen to Elijah talk. Yeah, I'm the same message is coming that way. Like, they are clearly lined up. They are clearly, top down, clearly synced up. We did learn one little football thing there, though. We learned one little football. We have a football nugget, people. 4 down front, 4 linemen. I think we'd kind of figured that out. A football nugget from me to you. There's that. With that, we do need to get to break. We're desperately behind, but great to talk to Elijah. If you missed the whole thing, we'll have it all out for you on the YouTubes and the social medias and the, Belichick's out today, the My Faces, all that stuff. It'll be wherever you want it to be coming up later on. We do need to get to break. We're desperately late to talk to our guy, Chris Brown, about the Bills. They're in the playoffs. We need to talk to Chris. We'll do that next, right here on QSportsTalk.com and ESPN Radio.